Hello happy people, I'm back with yet another transformation, this time featuring an entry and stairway. As explained in the BTS video, if you haven't already watched it, go ahead and watch that now. I was commissioned to redesign just a entry and stairway only. I found it quite peculiar that the client only wanted this part of the house designed, but her thinking was that the entryway sets the tone for the rest of the house, so she could use my design concept as inspiration to complete the rest of the house herself. And I think that makes a lot of sense and it works out cost effective for the client. As you can see here, this is what the entry and staircase looked like before I began working my magic. As always, I begin each project with space planning, concept development, and drawing up 3D visualizations for the client to view. We agreed on this as the final look, and then the works began. If you want to see more of the BTS, you'll have to check out the video mentioned earlier. So throughout the project, I popped in to ensure that the works were running smoothly, and on the final day of installation, I came on site to put together the final pieces to style the space and to instruct the handyman where to mount items on the wall. And here you have the final completed look. The client's brief specified a warm and earthy tone and feel, so I went for a laid-back modern bohemian vibe with a touch of glam. As this is an entryway with high traffic, wooden flooring was my go-to as opposed to carpet. The client had some leftover boards from the living room, and for continuity purposes, we decided to purchase a few more packs of this exact flooring. It worked out really well as the flooring was the perfect tone to embrace the warm and earthy feel I wanted to convey. The walls were painted in a specially mixed Valspar paint. Y'all know I love Valspar, and this colour was actually inspired by the Farrow and Ball colour Oxford Stone. It's an earthy neutral colour with a red undertone, and in my opinion an elegant warm colour you just wouldn't expect in a hallway, and that's what makes it even more special. The bench is minimalistic with clean lines and made of mango wood. I'm a big fan of furniture made of mango wood as it's of high quality, it ages well, and it tends to look better over time, and better yet, it's sustainable. I adorned the bench with a faux fur throw and cotton textured cushions to add depth and visual interest to what could be seen as flat had the bench been left unadorned. What you generally tend to find in most hallways is a bulky IKEA shoe cabinet, and whilst I'm not against this because, well, we all need lots of storage, I think it's really nice to have a lovely inviting space to sit at to take your shoes off, and this area provides that without lacking on shoe storage. By placing the 3 baskets underneath the bench, the client has ample space to tuck shoes and miscellaneous items away. To keep with the earthy vibe, I use rattan baskets for both shoe storage and planter. We ripped up the old carpet and replaced the staircase with a neutral oak coloured carpet placed only on the treads, while the risers were sanded down and painted in a brilliant white. The contrast of hard soft and light dark creates friction, which always equals interest and gives dimension to the space. The rail and banister spindles were also painted white, giving the staircase a nice facelift without breaking the bank. Leading upstairs, the carpet continues onto the first floor landing, and up here is freshened up with newly painted doors, door handles and light fixtures. We also included some beautiful African art on the staircase wall, which reflects the client's personality and interests. The lighting, mirror and coat rack, all in brass and gold metals, kept the warmth but added a little glam to the space to complete the final look. And that is a wrap for the Lambeth project, guys. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's basically looking exactly like my design, like literally exact. Sometimes it doesn't always work out to look exactly like the design because there tends to be lots of changes during the design process or during the install process, but actually this one was installed exactly, more or less exactly how we planned it to be. So I'm really happy with that. I think that it looks fab. It's got a very ethnic vibe to it, which I love. That sort of creamy magnolia, it's not magnolia, it's sort of creamy nudie, that sort of tone is definitely not my not something I would particularly go for, but the client absolutely loves those type of tones, and I think it worked really, really well. And it's very different from having just a simple plain white hallway. As much as I love white, guys, I think that it does work really, really well, and I'm really happy with the staircase. I'm glad that we went for that option. It's not as common as like having a staircase runner or having the entire staircase carpeted, but I think it worked really, really well. The white brightens the space a lot, and yeah, it looks great. So I hope you like this video, guys, and I will catch you on another project tour.
You need some soap. Soap?
Go in there and wash your hands now.
Bubble.
And get you out of shot. Keep it open.
Mommy, where are you? Mommy?
Hang on.